from Louisville, Kentucky. Pop on tonight before we leave to go to New Jersey for the Fest for Beatle fans. Should be pretty exciting, a pretty good time.
Dan in Florida said, greetings, Beatles friends.
How you doing, Daniel, from Florida?
Polly said, hello, everyone.
How's it going, Polly? Are you going to the Fest for Beatle fans? I think a few of my regulars, customers are going to be there. I know Uncle Paul's going to be there.
He just commented. He said, good evening, Frank, Travis, and Ari.
Uncle Paul, I saw your video earlier this morning. Uncle Paul's, you want to give me that card?
Yeah.
I saw your video on seeing all the solo Beatles in concert. There's your card. So everybody check that out, his new video, and make sure you've subscribed to his channel.
Mr. Beatles Pro said, when you guys heading out?
Soon. Packing late. Have you left yet, Tom? Are you flying or are you driving?
Polly and Dan both said they want to go to Chicago.
Yeah, we'll be there at Chicago in August 8th through the 10th. I think that's the week after the Lollapalooza in Chicago with Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter. And I know I'm missing, there's 3 of them.
Chapel.
Not Chapel.
Thomas Crook said, hello, Sticker
How you doing, Thomas Crook?
Daniel said, when is the expected attendance for the fest? What is the expected attendance?
It should be, they were acting like it was only under 1,000 last year, but I think it'll be twice that much this year.
Uncle Paul said, thanks, Frank, for showing his card. And Mr. Beatles Pro said, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we gotta go Ohio, then Pennsylvania, then...
But he's from around Chicago, so he's already halfway.
Yeah, he's already went through all
man, you got the worst of it out of your way. You must be in a hotel room. Way to go, Tom.
W. Rims said, howdy, y'all.
W. Rims?
Yeah. Say howdy, y'all.
Wilford?
I don't know.
WREM 970.
All right, start showing some things. You got some questions. We'll probably only be on air around a little over a half hour. You got some questions. Bring them on. Got this in yesterday. Original floor mat for the promo, the Beatles 10th anniversary. It's got the rubber sole. Pretty cool little piece. I think it's 27 inch by 16 inches in size. I had a blue one of these last year, and I've seen there's a green and gold one, and then this red one. They must have made 3 different colors. Tom, you probably know Beatles Pro. How many colors do they make? I've only seen 3.
WREM said, any new VJ stuff?
VJ stuff? No, not today.
Mr. Beatles Pro said he's chilling out right now.
He's chilling out. Way to go, Tom. Got this Beatles box.
He said 3.
3, the ones that I just said, blue, red, and green and gold. So there must be 3 floor mats made. I've never had the green and gold. I saw Heritage Auction sold one a few years back. This is the Beatles from Liverpool box set. I got another one of these in. This is the Columbia issue, but it's made from the same plates as the UK. I think Gregory Fio's got one of these, and he says it really sounds good. This was the original advertising for it. It came in an envelope, the Beatles box. Attention Beatle fans and collectors, there's 124 tracks on it. Here it says there's 126. And there's the unique mixes on this box set, 1981. It's got the Love Me Do, the original single version, one with Ringo on drums. And this is supposed to be the best way you can ever hear it, unless you got a first press from 1962 single. When they made the rarities Beatles 1980s, and they used they put on the Love Me Do, they dubbed it from an original record that Ron Fermanak had. I met Ron Fermanak at the 1976 Philadelphia Beatle Fest. I found, not Beatle Fest, but it was a Beatles convention. I found this bumper sticker for Seattle 76 when I was going through things the other day, here, there, and everywhere. A bumper sticker for one of the first Beatle conventions in Seattle. Here, there, and everywhere. So I still talked about the Love Me Do, and it's got the All My Lovin' with the hi-hat intro. It was only on the Germany press. It's got the Anti-Lover that ends with 6 bars instead of 4, and that was only on the Germany press. Got a true stereo of She's a Woman on here. The version of I Feel Fine with a whispering ending. I'm Down in true stereo. It's got the rare I'm Only Sleeping mix that was made for the Yesterday and Today album in the United States. And it's got the Penny Lane. It's supposed to be the best pressing ever of the promo mix of Penny Lane with a 7-second trumpet ending. Andrew from Polygram Auction says it sounds better on here than any other pressing.
WREM said, "Oh wow, 1976 question mark."
76.
That Seattle thing.
Yeah, Seattle. That's
Dave,
a 1976 bumper sticker.
Dave Evans said, "Hi, Sticker Family." Hope
How
you're
you
well."
doing, Dave Evans?
And WREM said, "Okay, thanks. I done bought 3 LPs from you."
All right, way to go. Appreciate that. Strawberry Fields on record 5 is, according to Andrew from Polygram Auctions, the best superior sounding pressing mix on any pressing in the world. All You Need Is Love is a true mono mix. Baby You're a Rich Man is that true stereo mix that only the German pressings had on the Magical Mystery Tour. And I Am the Walrus is the rare US mix that has the extra beats there in the middle of the song. And Let It Be tracks, they use the Phil Spector produced tracks on Let It Be, Long and Winding Road. So that's what's in. Let's see. It only came out in vinyl and cassettes. So if you see a CD box set of this on the internet, it's not authentic original. Simon Sinclair is the man that put this together, and the tracks were all recut by Harry T. Moss, the Beatles mastering engineer, the one that did most of the cutting most of the Beatle albums. He didn't do them all, but he did 90% of them. All right, let's put that away. Got some other things I found today I can show. You saw the Australian box set that I showed earlier today from the early 80s. It opens from the top lid like that. And it's got the With the Beatles with a different cover because they didn't have the rights to use the one that was in England. Hard Day's Night has a different color tint, and the Beatles for Sale is completely different than the UK. I don't have the UK with me today. Some other things I found. This is going with me to the fest. My Mexico buyers annular have purchased this today or yesterday for $400. My UK 1970 original Christmas album, From Then to You. First time I ever had one.
Dave Evans asked the price on something, but it wasn't that.
From Then to You, pretty rare to find. You can find the United States
This
pressings.
box set, so I guess he's talking about the
Liverpool box set is on my STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store. I sent an offer out today at $144. So you're interested in that Liverpool box set, get a hold of me. Get a hold of me on my Yahoo, Mr_STICKERMANIA at yahoo.com, and I can sell it to you through my YouTube channel. But it's listed on my eBay store, STICKERMANIA 2853.
WREN said I have the Australian Beatles Greatest Hits Volumes 1 and 2.
Yep, I've had those before. Those are good sounding pressings. Found this today. This was the original brochure to advertise the songs by George Harrison when he put out the limited editions that he signed every one of them. This was the brochure to advertise it from Genesis. Show you the two different Life magazines from August 1964. This was a newsstand issue with a flap, and this was a subscription issue that had the little mailing address on the bottom. So this sold for $0.25 if you subscribed to the mail, and if you bought it in the store, you had to pay an extra dime. It was 35 cents. I saw on YouTube they talked about the John Lennon and Yoko Ono documentary coming out in 1973 when they were having hard times, John and Yoko. One time John was messing around with this girl at a party and he was drunk, and Yoko was in the other room. So somebody cranked up Blonde on Blonde by Bob Dylan, so Yoko wouldn't notice everything that was going on. I thought that was a pretty weird story. And then the next year, she sent out her secretary with John Lennon to live with John Lennon, May Pang. But Blonde on Blonde, it must have been one of John Lennon's favorite albums. Jimi Hendrix. Got an early 1970s pressing of Jimi Hendrix Experience Smash Hits. And it's got the original poster inside. It's only the second time I've ever had the poster. So Noel Redding's ex-girlfriend lives here in Louisville, and he's over here. She has his gold records and his bass guitar. Someday I hope that she lets me sell it on commission for her. That would be pretty cool. Any question?
No. Everyone subscribe, and hit the notification link.
I found this in my extra Beatle albums the other day. 20 hits by the Beatles. And on the side too, it's got all those tracks that not that good sounding that they supposedly found a copy of the master tapes in Canada a few weeks ago. Three Cool Cats, Crying, Waiting, Hoping, Besame, Mucho, Searching, Chic of Araby, Money. That's the song they play a lot on those newscasts last week, the Money track. That's where I think it is a better sounding tape than was used for these recordings. Take Good Care of My Baby, Memphis, Sure to Fall, September in the Rain, and it's got Till There Was You, but I'm not sure if that was on the tape or not. Let's do a chapel minute, then I'll do my butcher covers. I'm gonna need the sheet. I wrote all those
Okay.
notes. Chapel Roan has this long, over hour video on the podcast Call Her Daddy that was just released yesterday. And Alex Cooper, that runs the podcast, is real good at getting details out of a celebrity. And Chapel she's just honest as can be. She says she's in a 6-month relationship. I think it's longer than 6 months, but I'm sure it's that girl that she does all the TikTok videos with, that you always see them together. When she did the governor ball, she said when they sprayed green all over her, it was on every inch of her body, just like Goldfinger, and she had to take 3 baths with dish liquid to try to get all that green off of her body. And she's told people so much now that she doesn't want to be bothered when she's out and about, that when she's with other celebrities, they say it's almost like a force field that everybody stays away from her. And she says, if you can believe this, she said in the interview, she said it in a lot more explicit than what I'm going to say. But she said it was easier to give oral sex to a woman than to a man. And she also said more songs will be released this year besides The Giver. She said becoming famous is like going through a second puberty.
Oh.
Says it's really strange when you become famous. Everything changes in your life. The Giver is number 2 in the UK charts. And Pink Pony Club's number 4 on the singles charts, and the album Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess is number 7. In the United States, The Giver went all the way up to number 5. Pink Pony Club's at 9, and the album is at 11. And The Giver is number 1 on the country song charts.
Daniel Castillo said Paul doesn't seem too interested in that tape. It was something you was talking about before.
I would tend to disagree if he ever heard it. There's supposed to be a new interview coming out next week from the man that has it and the producer that owned it all those years to reveal how good a sounding it is. We'll see. Time will tell if it's the real deal. The number 1 album on both the USA and the UK charts is a rap called Playboy Cardi. Not familiar with that.
Oh, I know him. He's a rapper.
All right, put that away.
Which
Butcher cover.
Well, someone had a question about that real quick, which we'll go into it.
Which one's the hard one to peel, east or west?
West.
West.
The West is the hard one to peel. This is a East Coast peeled butcher cover. Number 3, Scranton. Mono. This is the only second time. Once I saw this on Polygram auctions, but this is the only one I've ever had in my lifetime of 45 years of collecting butcher covers. It's a Second State West Coast number 5 stereo. But I'm not going to open this too many times. But it has a pink interior, if you can see that. That's when they were at the inn at Indianapolis at the Imperial Packing Incorporated, where they made these covers, and they sent them to LA. When they got to the end of the roll, it became pink, and that's when they knew it was time to stop printing the butcher covers, but a few slipped by with the pink interior. I will be taking that to New Jersey with me this weekend.
Daniel said apparently they already have the same tapes at Abbey Road's, what he's saying from the tape.
Yeah, this could be improvement, though. We'll see. Like I said, there's a new interviews that we haven't seen yet. That's supposed to prove it's a better tape than what Abbey Road already has, but we'll see. we can agree to disagree until it's all discovered and it all comes out. Noticed this the other day, the fan club posters from 1969. I guess one of these is UK and one of this is USA because they're a different order. So this is the USA. Ringo is over here and Paul's on the right. But if you look at the other one I have, it's the opposite way. So I don't know how that happened. But that's the original fan club in a different order. So this could be the UK. I don't know why they put them in a different order and a different tint. That's pretty strange. I never discovered that until today. Tom, Beatles Pro, you know the answer on that?
The Paul should not be allowed to die guy. Hi gang Perry from Vancouver. Chapel knows that a woman knows what a woman wants. I hope that she and her community don't have to suffer any Magna men and women only agenda.
Yeah.
And then Elvin Mayish. Hi Frank, what's the value of the Beatles collection blue box sealed from 1979 Japanese pressing EAS?
I don't buy too many Japanese pressings on, but if it's sealed, it's got to be worth over $1,000. The one that's from the '78 that they imported to the USA, the first 3,000, I sold a sealed one for $2,000, and Perry Cox sold a sealed one for almost $3,000. Bobbing head dolls. I got these are the 8-inch original, and then I got the little ones. You can compare them. Made by car mascots out of Japan in 1964, and imported to sold mostly in the United States. And these are the little ones. You got George, Ringo, Paul, and these Bob too, the little ones, but not as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the 15-inch that was only sent to a few, like 80 stores in the United States. A set of them last week popped up on eBay, and I offered him several $1,000s for them, and he said he'd already had offer for $5,000 to $8,000, and he might change it to a buy it now in a couple days. And the next day they disappeared from eBay, so he must have made a $10,000 offer on the great big ones. They had some flaws, but Jeff Osberger in Chicago, the Beatles expert, told me all the sets have flaws and have been restored. They're so fragile.
Oh, the rim guy said my butcher cover is number 5, and the record is an LA pressing, no pink though.
You know what?
You don't have that pink like you have.
Yeah, that's pretty rare to have the pink. This is a stereo number 5 also. You probably can't see it in the light, but Ringo's V-neck is right there.
Oh, baby doll.
And if you match this up against a regular size cover, let's see if we got a USA cover. There's a USA cover. So if you match those two up, you'll see where the cover was trimmed 3/16 of an inch for inventory purposes.
Yeah, we're good on
So that's a Jimi Hendrix cover, sticks out when you put the butcher cover over it.
Why is that one sitting down?
because he's Ringo, he's got the drums.
Oh, I'm gonna see it from the back.
I sold 3 sets of these already. They all have different covers on them. The 1993 Beatles River collection made by the River Corporation. But notice that they have different, these are all factory sealed. They got 36 packs, but notice how they all got different covers on the boxes. So I got this from Uncle Paul that was in a complete sealed box, and then I'm selling these at, was there 6? I think there were 6 in the bottom of the box, and I've already sold 3 of the sets.
The River Group, I guess, is that what you said?
The River Group, yeah.
And then do the
Dave Evans said, Frank, I haven't found the Japanese pressings of the Beatles. Don't offer great sound. The UK crushes them for audio.
That's why I don't buy the Japanese. Japanese pressings are made with not much bass because they know everybody lives so close to each other. You can't use much bass in Japan, so they tone down the bass on Japanese pressings.
Dan in Florida said, what would you value a complete set of River trading cards?
Complete set of the 200 and I don't know if there's 16 or if it's 356 cards, but I've had them before. A complete set goes for probably only about $60. But it's pretty cool to get these because then you can also get a few of the chase cards that aren't in the original set.
Uncle Paul said, I have the River Group gold record cards.
Yeah, that's some of the chase cards, the gold record cards. So I haven't got my yellow ones. I have the whole ticket on there. I'm hoping to get that tomorrow to take to New Jersey with me. There's going to be 13 of them. And you know that at a Hard Day's Night, all the premiere were pretty much sold out. I went to it when I was 10 years old. I went to Hard Day's Night at one of the first few showings. And the first time I've ever was at a movie where the girls were screaming. It was pretty bizarre. There's my Valex Products 1963 from Blackpool. I got a white one that's unpunched, and I got this blue one. Haven't sold one of them yet. I'm gonna take one of those to New Jersey with me. Got this fifth Beatle book. I didn't know this was rare, but somebody sold one for $85 yesterday from 2013.
A Liverpool vinyl box set, I guess, is sold. Dave Evans sent the money.
The
$150.
Okay, then I'll pull it off of eBay. Thanks a lot, Dave Evans. The fifth Beatle, Brian Epstein's story that came out in 2013. It's like a big comic book on the story of Brian Epstein and the Beatles. So that's pretty different. Got that from my local man, Dave Frazier. I just put that up on my STICKERMANIA 2853 store about an hour ago.
I could have shown them.
STICKERMANIA 2853 is my eBay store, and Dave Evans just bought something through my YouTube channel, Mr_STICKERMANIA at yahoo.com. You gonna settle down there?
Why'd you rip it? Dan in Florida said, have you seen the rare concert cards from the River Group? There are 2 different cards.
I've had them one time.
Dave Evans said the Japanese do, however, offer the best jackets and extras.
Yeah, they do, but it's all about the music, in my opinion. Found this today. This came from Dave Frazier also. You know, this Love in Las Vegas and the Mirage isn't being played anymore. It's out of business. This is probably from the late 2000s in the original bag and the souvenir program for the Beatles' Love. I went to see it probably 20-some years ago.
The Paul should not be allowed. That guy said, my Canadian yesterday.
So, let me finish this story. So, when you see this at the Mirage when it was playing, the music had speakers in the chairs, and the chairs would actually move through some of the performance. So it was pretty cool. All right, what's the
Anyways, I'm the Paul Should Not Be Allowed Die guy. So my Canadian Yesterday and Today album is shorter than the US copy from left to right. It shows the 3 Canadian capital albums on the back cover.
Okay, I think he said that last time.
Okay, well, he said it again.
All right, we got these. I found these posters in the garage today. The original, these are CD posters. One for the Imagine 1988 John Lennon Imagine soundtrack, and this was for the promote the John Lennon anthology. The CD box set. I've had that before. This is a 4 CD box set, and on the back it advertised Once Upon a Time. Those are on my STICKERMANIA 2853 store also. Let's see if I got anything else to show today. Gotta finish up packing and get on the road. Tom's almost in Pennsylvania. He's almost all the way there. Didn't show these last time. Talk about pressings from different countries. These are the 2012 remastered. If you get them from the USA, pressings are not that good, but if you get the German pressings, they're pretty awesome. But you have to look real close on that hype sticker, and it's got printed in the EU in real small print, but you have to look real close to see it. Those are the pressings you want, the ones that were pressed in Germany at Optimal. So these people say these aren't that good because they're made from a digital cut, but you get these Germany pressings and they're pretty good for a digital cut. I don't know if they'll ever come out with a true AAA stereo analog cut of all the stereo albums. They pretty much say they aren't going to release the 2014 mono box set again. Did we show everything?
I'm the Paul Should Not Be Allowed Die guy said, have a great time, Frank, and make sure to treat yourself to something cool.
I'll try, thanks.
Me too.
A couple of things, Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin, and then we'll finish this off. Led Zeppelin turquoise I don't have with me today. I sold a Led Zeppelin 4 today from the United Kingdom with a Porky Pecco duck in the dead wax for $188. This is the USA pressing, first pressing from 71 with Porky Pecco duck in the dead wax, which means George Peckham is the one that mastered this pressing. That's the best hot pressing to have. Like Tom Port would say, it's a hot stamper. And I like the UK first pressings of their first album, even though it came out 3 months later. It just seems like it was made from the master tapes there in England, and it sounds better than the USA pressings. But I'm sure some of you will agree to disagree with me. Plum label, A1, B1 cut. And Rolling Stones sold a Germany pressing of Sticky Fingers today with TML in the dead wax. And I got one more pressing of it left. I know Dave Edmonds has one of these, and he agrees with me. It sounds much better than the USA pressings. Michael Fremer is the one that told the world about the Sticky Fingers. You need to get the pressings from Germany or the United Kingdom. And my Look magazine from 1968, it goes with these Look posters behind me. Haven't sold those yet. $750 shipped for all 5 posters. And that's a magazine, and this one even has a coupon that you sent away for to get those posters, and it costs $5.95 if you bought all 5 of them together. And I think that included shipping. Oh yeah, Dad, 25 cents per order for shipping. $5.95 plus 25 cents shipping to get all 5 of these brand new 1968. That's about all I have to show. Got to get ready to go. Send a couple things. I'll send that from Liverpool out in the mail tomorrow. I saw the butcher cover today that's going out in the mail. This West Coast sold for $1,500. Going out in the mail. Number 6. You know, my theory is you're not going to find too many more of these in the future ever that's going to be peeled nice from the West Coast, because that strong glue has been on there too many years.
So, did you do the Ram one when he asked about the Capitol record?
I know.
We'll do that one.
What do you think about Capitol Record Club issues?
Capitol Record Club issues. I've had those before. USA pressings, period, aren't the audiophile pressings. You got to get the United Kingdom, Germany, or Australia. So they're all right to have as collectible, but they aren't the true audiophile pressings.
Uncle Paul said see you in less than 48 hours. Safe driving.
Yeah, we'll see you, Uncle Paul.
I'm the Paul.
I'll bring a check with me.
I'm the Paul should not be allowed. That guy said get going. WREM said be safe out there. Dave Evans said is the Led Zeppelin 1 the cross out matrix?
It is the, let me check. Cross out matrix.
Keep reading.
Thomas Crook says safe travels to the fest. Daniel Castillo said Frank, did you get the chance to see the butcher listing I sent Mikey?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about Led Zeppelin 1.
Yep. Cross out matrix.
Cross out matrix. This has where the 5-8-8-1, and then there's a cross out on the 7, and then a 1. And on the other side, same thing. The third number is crossed out. That's supposed to be a better pressing than the first ones. All right, I think that's it.
Bye.
Thanks for the help there, Sticker Granddaughter, and all of you that are going to the fest for Beatle fans in New Jersey. Come up and say hi to me and Mikey Arugula. We'll be hanging out together.
Our next live, because we just
We're
got
going to
asked.
try to do a live this Saturday night with
see
me.
what happens with the
Me, Mikey, and Tom Beatles Pro.
Not for sure yet, but we know there will be one next Wednesday. So
All right, see you.
have a nice night. Goodbye.